just noticed this on my mower. What is that? Damn party poopers. I knew someone was going to try it, surely. Anyway, hey everyone, welcome back to the videos. It's wonderful to have you guys here again as always. Today in this video, we are back working on this lump of junk. My plan for today is I'd like to get the main hoop bent up and the front stays bent up. And then yeah, from there we can start working on things like halo bar, rear stays, a few other bits and pieces. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get the rear stuff done. That's going to have to be a future video. But yeah, for the most part today I want to get the main hoop done, maybe the taxi bar and front stays and halo and stuff. But yeah, anyway, I've made up my boxes for the chassis rail that the tube or the main hoop is going to sit on. I've got two of them, one there, one here. I also cut off a couple bits of plate for the front stays. They will be somewhere around there, I'm guessing, or I may have to make up boxes for them as well. I'm not sure yet. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Anyway, yeah, my goal for today is I'll get this main hoop bent up, and yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and clean all this paint off the chassis rail here. I'll get this grommet out if I can. Come out. So I gotta go and get all the paint stripped off this. Actually, before I do that, I gotta go get some weld through primer. Oh, I suppose the primer can come later. Anyway, I'll get all the paint stripped off this. I'll get these boxes tacked on there, and then I'll go and get the main hoop bent up. I've been sort of roughing out some measurements here. Hopefully I can do this with one piece of pipe and not fuck it up. This is by no means a how-to, so do not take my word for it. Yeah, this is not a how-to, don't take my word for it. I'm probably going to mess this up. So yeah, that being said, I've never done this before, so been measuring some stuff up. I know I need 63 degrees at this bend, which is about 8 inches on my cheater pipe. 63 from 90 leaves 27, so we know that this bend here is going to be 27, and that's 3 inches on my cheater pipe. And then I'm just working out the heights and bits and pieces from there for the center. Flip it over, do the same on the other side. So anyway, I'll also do a quick measurement of roughly how long a pipe I'll need, and then I'll go and cut that off and we'll start marking it up for the bends. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to keep going measuring this up, then I'll get all this shit cleaned up, I'll get these tacked on, and then we'll go over to the bender and we'll start bending up a piece of pipe. Alright, there we go. So that's the boxes tucked in place on both sides. I've got my main hoop mostly measured up. I cut off an approximate length of what I'm going to need, a little bit longer. So now's the fun part of bending that up, and it's the part that I am the most nervous about. So I'll get my length of tube here, and I'll go and get all the measurements put on it, and then we'll go and take it over to the bender over there and ruin a perfectly good piece of chromoly. Hopefully not though. Anyway. Oh, that's nervous. Alright, 27 degrees. Right there. Hoping it fuckers up. This is going to be a pretty expensive mistake if I get this wrong. we go, 62. If it fits, and well, let's see how much I've fucked up by, I guess. It is too tall. I've got to trim it down still. Oh, it's not bad for a first go. Bit of a trim down on the feet, I think, and it'll probably fit in here pretty nicely actually. It is really tight on the sides. That's alright, anyway. Start trimming the feet away a bit. I measured I got about 20mm extra. So, I'll start working on that. I'm pretty happy with the way that fits. It's really tight up on the roof. It's actually touching the hood lining, but I wanted it tight. I could trim it a bit shorter and pull it down a little, but I think I'm pretty happy with it like that, so I think I'll leave it like that. And then I'll go and tack the feet in there and there, and then we'll probably start working on the front stays, I think. Alright, anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today. That's as far as I've gotten. So we've got the main hoop bent up, the front stays and the halo bar. The halo bar I'm a little upset with. I wanted to do like a kick up and then over and then kick back down again. But I looked at a few other roll cages and their halo bars were just straight across. So I was like, oh, I'll stuff it, I'll just do that. I now regret it and should have done it the way that I was going to begin with. But anyway, the halo bar's still in, well, the halo bar's tacked in. Everything's all just tacked in at the moment. We got the disconnects there and there for the front section to be bolt in, which will bolt in down there and there and there. These were mistakes, so I've already burnt through 4 meters of chromoly, which is bound to happen sooner or later. I still think I might be able to use these sections for side intrusion, like from here down to there sort of thing, with disconnects in it. I'll see how we go with that. I'm not ruling them out yet. I'm still not sure if I can use them. I've still got the rear stays to do. They're probably going to be the biggest and longest pieces of it all, from there down to there. They're going to be welded in, so that doesn't need any of the disconnects, which is cool. I was going to do 2 bars from there and there, sort of H'ing it. I don't think I'll bother. Parachute mount can go up there. Parachute mount can go up there. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with it. It tucks up pretty nice on the chassis rail. I'm a little disappointed with it here, but I don't know. First roll cage ever, so I'm bound to mess something up. It isn't perfectly symmetrical, but hopefully it's close enough to where it won't get turned down. We'll see. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. If I've got to cut it out and start again, I've got to cut it out and start again. But yeah, that has been a massive day. I've been going at this since 9 o'clock in the morning or something. It's now 4:30, so I am rather pooped. But I'm pretty happy. Like, just this alone has made the car a lot more solid. I did end up pulling it down a little bit from the hood liner, and I did already burn a hole in the bloody hood liner up there, but fuck it, it's a race car. Yeah, so that side's pretty much the same. It follows the contours and tucks in down there again. Pretty shitty up here where it comes out up there. I wanted it to sort of butt in down here further, but I don't know. I can't really do maths that well, and angles or trigonometry and shit. So that sucked, hence why there's 2 fuck ups there and possibly a whole bunch of other fuck ups here. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty happy with it. Hopefully it will be tackable. But yeah, anyway, I got the 2 rear stays to do. That's what I'll do next weekend. It will also get a halo bar across the back. Taxi bar's got to be done, as well as the side intrusion. I don't think I'm going to have enough out of this length to do both the rear stays and the taxi bar. I'm hoping this will be enough to do the rear stays, and I'll go and get another length for the taxi bar and side intrusion stuff. I'm not too worried if I got a little bit left over. I do have to do a 4-point in the ute when I start on that, so having another length here isn't going to hurt anything. But yeah, I'll go and grab that next week, and yeah, then that weekend we'll start bending up the rear stays, that halo for that, and the side intrusion, and the taxi bar, and then we'll get it all finished welded the weekend after, painted. We'll strip down in here, get that all painted. I did start stripping off some of these sound deadening residue. I don't know how well you can tell, but it turns out petrol is like it's kryptonite, which is cool. It does give you a headache, so do it in a well ventilated area if you're going to do it. But yeah, petrol, leave it, pour it on there, leave it soak for a minute, chip away at it with a paint scraper, wipe it down with a rag. It's not perfect. I've still got a lot I've got to get off up there and over the trans tunnel, but it did manage to get a vast majority of it off. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm probably gonna, when I paint the cage, or paint the page as Kyle likes to say, when I paint the cage, I'm probably gonna lay down a quick black over the bottom of the floor as well. But yeah, also, like I've said before, I want to do these black and all underneath the car, in the wheel arches, engine bay, etc. and stuff. But that's future me problem. I want to get this done first. This is a pretty big component of the build, rather time consuming one, and I want to make sure this is done and right first before I start moving on to making it pretty. But anyway, that's enough nonsense from me. I'm sorry I didn't get a lot of the footage that I wanted to. It turned out all my camera batteries were dead, so I ended up just jumping in and getting it done. Quite happy with the result. I don't think I'm putting a lot of weight back in it, so I'm hoping I can get to my 1500 kilo mark with me in it. Like, this stuff's not very heavy at all, which is why I wanted to use the chrome ollie. I could pick up all 6 lengths myself, so it's like I'm putting like 40 kilos, maybe 30 kilos of molly back in it. But with everything else I'm taking out and the doors, I'm going to gut the shit out of the doors. Hopefully that'll get me to my goal of 1500 kilos with me in it. Touch over isn't going to be the end of the day. Isn't going to be the worst at the end of the day. But anyway, I'm rambling on. That's enough nonsense from me. Please leave your likes and comments down below. Any tips or pointers for getting this stuff teched or even welded. Well, not so much welded, but bent as well, because that was my first time using the bender. I think I did pretty well. Again, it's not perfectly symmetrical, but I don't think that matters, does it? Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna have some drinks, enjoy the rest of my weekend, what is left of it. Don't forget, unleash the boost, CO2 the world, and I will see you guys in the next video. More tube bending stuff. Bye bye.